How to do effective cardio for fat loss. It's early. I'm kind of tired. First thing I do, all right, I've had 2 cups of black coffee a little while ago. Now I've got my L-carnitine here. This one is just 3150 milligrams per serving. It's the 5% nutrition-rich piano shit, and I like it. So shake this up, give this a little shake. Have a little of this, spin this here. I can't do that, I'll spill it, I gotta do it down here. And I'll have some fucking L-carnitine. So I take damn near a shot's worth, I guess. Maybe not quite that much. But I'm sure I'm well in excess of 6 grams liquid L-carnitine. Liquid L-carnitine, I'll wait 10 to 12 minutes, and then I'll get on the treadmill. So, fasted cardio, empty stomach, first thing in the morning, more or less, get up, 2 cups of black coffee, don't really put anything of any substance whatsoever or any nutritional value really in my body. Then I have my L-carnitine, liquid L-carnitine, and then I'm going to wait probably about 12 minutes, and then we're going to get on the treadmill. I'll see you over there. All right, on the treadmill, just started it. I'm getting ready to accelerate it, and I'm not going to talk to you while I'm doing it because I'm not in really great shape right this minute, and it's going to take a couple weeks for me to get my conditioning back. For me, I want my heart rate to be about low 130s, 132. It's good for me. Sometimes might get a little higher. Right now, the shape I'm in, I'm sure I can probably get there going 2.5, 3.0 miles an hour. And I'm only going to incline this thing like to 10, maybe 12, whatever it takes, right? So trudging up that hill. I'll explain it when I get off of here because I'm holding the camera in one hand and I need both hands to manipulate these here controls. All right? Gotta turn it down, man. YouTube, don't dig it. I don't even know if that's low enough. I'm gonna go with it and run with it. If not, lesson learned. All right, just got off the track. I'm gonna turn it down further. Fuck it. I'm a compliant motherfucker lately, ain't I? All right. Just got off the treadmill. I did the 20-minute minimum. 20 minutes is the minimum. If you're trying to do effective cardio for fat loss, 20 minutes is the minimum. You want to do it in a fasted state, and you definitely want your L-carnitine, liquid L-carnitine, and you need a reasonably healthy dose. Like I said, don't do what I do. I'm not telling you this is what you should do. I'm telling you this is what I do, and it works for me. It works very, very well. I do probably about 6 grams at least of liquid L-carnitine before I get on the treadmill, 10 minutes, 12 minutes before I get on. Then when I get on the treadmill, what I'm looking to do is, for me, I want to be about 132 beats per minute, typically. Now today I might have been a little bit under that because cardiovascularly I'm out of shape, number 1. Number 2, I just had a bout of the flu thing, right? There's so many renditions of this son of a bitch now, and especially this latest one seems to be pretty potent. And I didn't jump on it immediately, because I thought, I think what I'm feeling is just some postnasal drip, maybe some sinus thing. So then by the next day, it had gotten a little hold of me. Now, I have a prophylactic here for it. I have the remedy for the flu. And if I had jumped right on it, as I typically would have, I would have never even felt it. But this time it took me a few days. There were a couple days where I felt quite poorly. So right now, my lung capacity is vastly diminished, which I found out now. So, but under normal conditions, you start out wherever you start at. Put the treadmill on an incline so that you're increasing the workload. You don't want to have to run. You don't even need to jog, not to burn fat. You don't want to go too fast, heart rate wise. You don't want to go too slow. It's a range you want to get in. You can look on all these charts, for your fat burning range. It's on almost every piece of cardio equipment at the gym. You can Google it and pull it up. And that's a good starting point. Once you get your feet wet, like anything else, you actually have to fucking do it, not just post about it or talk about it on a forum. Once you get your feet wet, you can figure it out for yourself from there, because it's a feeling that you get. And the time it takes for you to get your heart rate up where it needs to be doesn't count. And any cool down time doesn't count. You want 20 minutes of productive cardio with your heart, maintaining that pace. All right, staying in that pace. That's why I like the treadmill. It's easy for me to be consistent at that rate rather than running around outside. You're not going to be super consistent. And I'm all for efficiency. So, yeah, what it feels like is you're going to be in a place where if someone were to engage you in conversation, you would be able to have a conversation while you're doing this. But you wouldn't want to. You would prefer not to. It'd be very uncomfortable. But if you get to the point where it's more than uncomfortable, it's impossible, then you're going too fast. So with all that in mind, you can figure out where you need to be. But that's the thing about productive cardio. You're just getting on there and walking. You're a fucking biped. That's called transportation. That's how you get from A to B. It's how you're designed to get from A to B. That's not going to encourage fat loss, really. That's the long road there. But when you first get on, if you're in such shit shape that you can't even do 20 minutes, don't sell yourself short. You're not going to die on that motherfucker, okay? Push yourself. If you do not push yourself, if you do not, just like lifting weights, if you don't in some fashion challenge what you're currently capable of doing, if you don't ask your body to do something more than what it can actually do right now at this very minute, then there's no reason for an adaptive response. And cardio, you will adapt and your heart will strengthen so quickly that the first time you do it, you may get off and feel a little bit dizzy. That's normal. Don't start panicking. Don't be scared of life. All right? You go outside without a helmet on most of the time, don't you? Don't be afraid. But by the second time you get on there, you won't even experience that. There you go, proof positive right there, showing you, demonstrating to you how quickly that your body will adapt. Your body knows what to do. You just have to provide the fucking stimulus. All these things are innately built into your body as it is. These responses, you have to provide the stimulus. So very quickly, you're going to find that you will have to present more of a challenge to get your heart rate up to that where you're trying to go and to maintain that. So by the end of it, when I'm in a better cardiovascular condition a few weeks from now, I will be at this thing maxed out as far as it'll go on an incline, and I'll be at probably 3.3 miles per hour or even 3.4, somewhere in there, to maintain the same heart rate that I can maintain right now just going 10 on incline and 2.7 miles per hour. So that's what it's all about. Now, next thing I'm going to have, you got to have some water. Get some water. You can drink water while you're on the treadmill, just straight up water. So get yourself some water. I got my Sport Formula, of course. Don't piss your vitamins out in the toilet. Get something you can absorb. Raw ingredients, live enzyme action, cold processed. Sport Formula to fill in the cracks, which everybody's got them in their diet and their nutritional plan, whether you think you do or not. You need something. This serves a purpose. It works for me. Been using it for years. Won't use anything else. So I'm going to dump that in here, drink that, and thus the day begins. And then it's time to get my morning meal together and other supplementation and shit like that I take just to stay alive since I'm old.